All right. It's the Jets fan from Utah. Let's get started. Jets have a comeback victory at home against the Eagles to get to 3-3. First, I want to talk about this whole inactivity of Sauce Gardner. Very strange. Still haven't heard the real meat and potatoes about this thing. I mean, at first he was diagnosed with an illness and then he had a concussion. So I haven't read, heard, or anything about how those two materialize. Anyway, to me, it was kind of strange. But anyway, so with the game, defense gets off to a slow start again. Have not played a complete 60 minutes yet this season. But to their credit, they adjusted. But getting back to I thought it was going to be a blowout. Bad tackling. Once again, a quarterback just runs freely at will against them, but they made adjustments. One of the linebackers, I think it was Mosley, just stay at home. Williams just had a key, just key on him. But again, bad tackling, just real bad tackling, or tackling high. I saw that changed in the second half. But no contain of the QB for the first couple of drives, and then they tightened up. But again, now it's starting to be mentioned. Quincy Williams' name, I spoke about it a couple weeks ago. He's the best player on their defense, and again, it was no exception this weekend. Although Bryce Huff is really starting to make a name for himself in this league, he's going to be sought after. I mean, I don't know how the Jets pay him. They're tight. And Jermaine Johnson, this guy is going to turn into a playmaker. I see it. He has got a motor. He's got some moves, and he's got some intensity. Some real good stuff I'm seeing out of Jermaine Johnson. He is. I got high hopes for him rest of the season, going into next year. Now on to the offense. Terrible once again in the red zone. Absolutely terrible. It's the same thing now for 3 years with Zach Wilson. I don't know. Can he not see over the line? Does he have zero confidence? But I mean, my goodness, you get down to the 20. When can I see this guy throw with some authority and some confidence into the end zone? Seen it twice this year. And guys have had to make some real good plays. There is no command. There's no threat when he gets down there. Quick snap. Is there a timing route? Is it a jump ball or something? Quick snap, throw it up in the air, make somebody go up and get it. Something I don't see it still. Again, 50% completion rate. It's not going to get it done. No touchdowns. And sacked 5 times, and that one sack that he just couldn't take, he took. Lost, 15, almost 20 yards. It's still not there with this kid. Yeah, he's got a great arm. Okay, that's nice. But you got to package that, and it's just still so incomplete. So they got to bye next week, and then coming back, they go against the cross field rivals, the Giants. Jets have been hysterically bad coming off of byes. I would imagine the Giants will be fired up for this game. It will not shock me if the Jets lose this game. Not in the least. Not in the least. And it'll be one of those where, there'll be, rear view mirror. They'll be their own Monday morning quarterback saying, we let a good opportunity pass. We'll go back and look at the film. It was disappointing. I can see it because I've seen it before. And then I want to talk about Robert Saleh's post-game comments, talking about his defense. He's all giddy. The team's giddy. Oh, it's great. They won. I mean, in the preseason, these guys were wearing their rings. All right, so now they're all ecstatic that they had a miraculous win here. It's just such a strange dynamic with this team. Like Pop Warner, they won a big game for the first time. Well, they were supposed to do this, weren't they? Anyway, Robert Saleh, talking about his defense. His comment that, oh, yeah, we haven't won all of the games or whatever, but we've embarrassed the quarterbacks. You've embarrassed them, huh? How about the game against Kansas City where Mahomes ran for, I think it was 3 times, like large runs to get first down, and the last one sealed the game? He embarrassed you, Coach Saleh. You didn't embarrass Patrick Mahomes. And if I recall correctly, Dak Prescott embarrassed you in that Dallas game. So I don't know what games you're remembering, and that's something a head coach doesn't say. All right, they were all ticked off about what was said about Hackett, Sean Payton. Don't start saying you were embarrassing quarterbacks. Man, you got to see these guys again. You know, Josh Allen, he may light you up. I mean, that is statement. You know, the circus continues. That's something you don't say. You know, keep that in house or whatever between your coaches or whatever. But still, I don't know. It just seems to be a circus. But they're coming to town. Not next week, but the following week against the Giants. That one, I fully expect the Giants to be fired up for, and I don't know what to think about the Jets coming off a bye because of their history. But we'll see what happens then.